point right now where we have a number of contacts that are entered in the system, and what I've found is with the team that some of the folks are still catching up and recording that activity in Salesforce, and some others have activity in here, but it may not necessarily show up. So we're a little bit behind in making sure that we get all that information recorded in Salesforce. Christy, are you on the line?
Yes, sir.
Hello. I know that you've been very diligent this past week in getting contacts in and putting that information in terms of the follow-up. I'm curious to know if you had any shortcuts available that you can share with everybody on how to make that process smoothly and get it done quickly.
Actually, Mike, I've found that it just helps to stay in Salesforce all day long and make sure that every outbound piece of communication, if that's just an email or if it's directly related to one of these Baker plays, I mean, that's really the only thing I've found that makes it easier is just to not leave Salesforce.
Okay.
So, Christy, it's not reflected on Mike's dashboard. Actually, you are. I did check on this. That Mike can look in over your shoulder if he wants via Tony's dashboard. But in looking here, you have a total of 49 records just in the past couple of weeks, not just related to this play, but some other things that you've been doing in Salesforce. You say that you keep your Salesforce open. So what else are you doing? When you are on the phone and talking with the customers or trying to reach them?
Well, it's become a matter of kind of reconditioning my morning habit also. Instead of sitting down with my pen and writing down all of my to-dos, I'm trying to train myself to put all of my to-dos and tasks into Salesforce. That seems to have made a difference. Also, instead of going into Outlook to email a customer or client, just go ahead and do that through Salesforce. So everything just rolls up in there and shows as active versus moving, setting aside time to move from, Outlook over to Salesforce from, say, my SIMP file.
Excellent. All right. So it's just a matter of some reconditioning with some behaviors, right? Tony? There's always easy ways to find your way around. Okay, click on that opportunities by week.
Okay.
The chart on the top left.
Oh, cool.
And you see your opportunities?
Yep, for advocate.
So go ahead. Yeah, just go ahead and open that one up.
Okay.
All right. So when you created this opportunity, as a consequence of reaching out to, who is the contact role? Could you hover over her name?
Her name. Where are my contacts? Oh.
There you go.
Yeah.
Sandra. Okay, so you reached out to Sandra, and you staged this at Needs Analysis. Why?
When I had a conversation with her, I told her that, a lot of hospitals run with us, and I wanted to send her some PDF examples of some of the hospitals that have run with us, and she said that was a great idea. What I neglected to do was to get her email address. So I had actually reached out to Tony last week and said, Tony, is it okay if we send out a hard copy of the letter? And we both agreed yes, as long as we made sure that we put in the system that the letter had gone out. But the reason why I made it a needs analysis was because with the letter I was going to send her some PDF examples.
Okay. So when you talked to her, she was clearly interested.
Yeah, she wanted to see what we had. She didn't think that it was, she didn't feel that the way that they advertise is regionally, but I also told her that we have a regional model.
Okay. So absolutely you did the right thing, that there is a discussion ongoing. This is more than just a prospect. You've connected with her. There is a level of interest. You're going to further the conversation. You have other activities that you're going to do. And so you've staged this at 1% at the needs analysis stage. So all this time now, from now on, you're going to be working your activities through the opportunity record. So you see where it says open activities?
Yes.
All right, so she's done correctly here, initial call to client. All right, you have an open activity to follow up with this. And then as you log calls, if you hover over activity history, so as you talk to her, then you can log a call, send emails associated directly with this opportunity. In addition to that, if you will come off of this hover, if you send her something, if you send her any notes, or if you have anything that you just want to write out, do you see where it says Notes and Attachments? Would you click New Note? So as she is working this opportunity, she can use this as her scratch pad to keep track of where she is. This is merely that is a scratch pad, Notes and Attachment as she's working the opportunity.
Cool.
All right, can you cancel out of this?
So when you say that, you're talking about like call updates or anything at all related to
anything that Notes and Attachments. If there's not a place for it in the opportunity record, it's just a way for you to have it at your fingertips when you open up this opportunity. Anything that you need that you'd be otherwise digging around in your computer for, or your desk, or your notepad, or your BlackBerry. Okay? Can you also hover over Notes and Attachments? If you are working on a proposal or have other documents, you can also attach files to this opportunity so you'll have to reference as well instead of saving it on your desktop.